What if I told you that there isn't one, not two, not three, but 5 Resident Evil games right now in development at Capcom? Well, I don't think you would believe me, but according to this new rumor, there is. So let's talk all about that for today's video. So sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage, and let's get on with this spicy rumor. So we have a new rumor from our trusty friend Dusk Golem, who is added again to speculate about a lot of different horror games and information that he has heard when it comes to Capcom news. And I can tell you he has been pretty spot on with his track record when it comes to a lot of horror games and rumors. He has new information towards Resident Evil. There isn't 1, 2 or 3, but 5 Resident Evil games right now in development. I know the Resident Evil franchise has been doing very well over the past few years with all these remakes. But man, 5 games at the same time in development, that is a lot. Now keep in mind, of course, this is a rumor and as always take it all with a grain of salt. But this source, shall I say, is pretty trustworthy. So let's take a look at this information. By the way, if you have a good comment of your own, it can be about Resident Evil or maybe something else. Let me know in the comment section down below and I might feature your comment in the next video. So Dusk Golem is no stranger to the channel. I've featured him a lot of times when it comes to a lot of horror game rumors and leaks. He has been pretty spot on with that. And recently, Silent Hill the short message has just released as well on PlayStation, and he was one of the very first people that talked about Silent Hill the short message as well. He was completely spot on with that, so let's take a look at what he is saying about these Resident Evil games. Yup, I know of 5 Resident Evil games in development right now, including Resident Evil 9. Now, he already talked about Resident Evil 9 being in development, so that's not strange. And of course, 7 and 8 did very well. So, of course, we are going to get a 9. That's not strange. But 5 games in total, I guess 9 is one of these, of course. And then there is probably another remake. Let's say Resident Evil 5 gets a remake and maybe 6. That can count for maybe 2 games, so that's 3. Then there are 2 others left. And I do believe one of them might be a Code Veronica remake. That's just speculation on my part. Maybe it's something else. Maybe they want to try again on multiplayer for one Resident Evil multiplayer game. But I'm not so sure on that. They have been doing very well with the single player remakes. And that's what the gold is at right now, shall I say. Everyone is buying these remakes. They are very high quality and they are even GOTY contenders. Look at Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil Village. Capcom, can I just please have one Okami game? That's all I've been asking for years. Look, I just bought this art book from Okami. It's absolutely fucking beautiful, okay? I want one more game. Please, it can be the best Zelda competitor out there. God damn it, make it. All these screenshots, by the way, are from a Discord server. I don't know in which Discord server this was posted in, but it might be in a Discord server. I know maybe it's from the Snitch because I'm also in that server, but it might be totally somewhere else. I don't know that for sure. By the way, I got a effing big update on a Resident Evil project literally yesterday and I'm really excited for it, but it won't be releasing until late 2026 or early 2027 most likely, so to just hold my tongue for now. For 2026, that sounds more like Resident Evil 9 territory in my opinion. Or maybe Resident Evil 9 is planned now for 2025 next year. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe that's the case then. And then after Resident Evil 9, so that's maybe what he's talking about. Maybe this is that Code Veronica remake I'm speculating about. or maybe it's Resident Evil 5 or totally something else. I wouldn't be surprised if Capcom also wants just to do a whole new kind of game with Resident Evil, maybe just a whole new story, new characters. I wouldn't be surprised at one point if they do want to do that. Look at Silent Hill, they are doing Silent Hill 2 remake, but also Silent Hill F. And I do think Capcom is looking at that stuff for new characters to expand Resident Evil. At some point, I do think we will get maybe a new, shall I say, series of Resident Evil games that is outside of the remakes and maybe even outside of the sequels in some sort of different way. But we shall see. Pretty interesting news. 5 Resident Evil games at least right now planned. Development is such a broad term. Maybe a lot of these games are in pre-development, something like that. So keep that in mind. A lot of these will probably be in early stages, or maybe they are with other studios that Capcom is outsourcing. We shall see, but it is very interesting news nonetheless. Also, of course, we just had the state of play, and I mentioned earlier in the video that we do have now Silent Hill. The short message is finally released, and you can download that for free to play it. And also we had an update on Silent Hill 2 with no release date, which is kind of weird. I was really expecting that this game would be a May release maybe, or a June, July release, but no release date whatsoever, which is kind of strange. I hope then that the game is at least a fall game, but we shall see. Let's quickly do a comment of the day. This is from my Ubisoft video. Unfortunately, that video hasn't been doing very well, which I do understand because it's not my usual leak rumor video. I thought it would be a good video for the long term, that it would get more views as the longer it goes on, because it's more of a legacy kind of video at a longer term for at least a year. So I hope more views are getting out for that one. It's a roadmap for upcoming Ubisoft games if you guys are interested in that. Rocksuppen, hardcore member of the channel, commented the following: I'm excited from Ubisoft. Beyond Good and Evil 2, Far Cry 7, Splinter Cell Remake, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time Remake, and of course Star Wars Outlaws. All very interesting games, Rocksuppen. If you have your own comment, let me know in the comment section down below, and I might feature your comment in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, not a lot of news in this video. It was pretty short. But I will maybe be making a second video today, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming leaks, rumors, news towards the biggest single player games on every platform. It can be PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, doesn't really matter. I'll cover every platform as long as it's a single player game. And visit my social media in the description down below, and I will see you guys in the next gaming news video. Bye bye.